So if you were getting scared that Battlefront 2 seemed too good to be true, you can put those fears to rest because EA's already started to figure out how to ruin it. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, here's a TLDR right here. Anakin Skywalker is not going to be in the game.
Not clear! Not clear!
Now let's get a little more context on that. There was a Star Wars Explained live stream the other day that had a quote from Dennis Brandenbell, and if you don't know who that is, I think he's the community director over at DICE Stockholm, or whoever is making, whichever DICE is making Battlefront. And basically, I think he brought up the challenges of adding Anakin Skywalker into the game, and he makes it sound like it's not just, it's more of a Lucasfilm kind of decision. Here, let me read the quote. He mentioned that as long as Darth Vader is in the game, Anakin Skywalker won't be playable in the main game, as they're the same character, and Lucasfilm won't allow that kind of canon bending. Now after thinking what I'm thinking, you remember that the Battlefront 2 reveal trailer had Rey, clones, and Darth Vader. All three of those things did not exist at the same time. Although you could make an argument for Darth Maul, but the Darth Maul that they used, that's the Episode 1 Darth Maul, and there was no clones. So, I guess it's okay to canon bend when it's not about the prequels. So basically, how can you do this? Anakin Skywalker is the main character of 2 out of 3 of the prequels. Excluding, you know, Phantom Menace because he was just there, he pod raced, but that's not the Anakin movie playing as. I'm talking about Hayden Christensen, of course, but that's besides the point. The tragedy of Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, is the story of the 6 Star Wars films up until Force Awakens. How can you not include that? Like, that's some massive oversight. And then you play it off as if it's some canon bending reason, but then your reveal trailer had Rey on Naboo with clone troopers and Darth Maul all in the same place at the same time. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Also, there was some talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi or something, but I couldn't find anything concrete on that. I just there was just rumors that he might not be in the game, but then who else is going to be the prequel heroes? If we're going off of what the that statement from EA's investors said, that the game's going to have 3 times as much content as the original game, we could assume that each era will have 3 heroes and villains, placing Darth Maul taking up one of the original, one of the prequel trilogy villain spots. But all we have so far for the prequel heroes is Yoda, and already I guess we're not. You would assume it would be Yoda, Anakin, and Obi-Wan. But I guess since now Anakin can't exist at the same time as Darth Vader, maybe they'll do, I guess, Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Mace Windu. Which, like, how can you launch a Star Wars game with a huge focus on the prequels and not include Anakin Skywalker? I was expecting, like, I was hoping maybe we'd get Captain Rex or Ahsoka, but apparently I'm gonna need to start hoping that we get Anakin Skywalker in a Star Wars game. Like, it's already off to a rocky start, and the game's not even out yet, and we're just going on this. But, of course, besides the fact the game looks spectacular, I mean, you spend most of the time playing as a regular soldier anyway, but still, it's just like how do you mess that up? But besides that, game looks pretty good with the exception of their sassy comment about 64-player combat, which was like, something along the lines of, we tested 64-player combat, we had players play Battlefield 1 and then play Battlefront, and every time they said they preferred Battlefront. So that's that. Personally, you know, I would be okay with if they did, even if they just did 20 players and said it's some bots, just like how Titanfall does it. I'd be totally okay with that, but it doesn't look like we're getting that. So that's just about it. Just wanted to talk about how Battlefront 2 is screwing up. I'll probably still buy it because, you know, the rest of the game still looks really good, and it's still a huge improvement over the original Battlefront 1. Of course, not the original Battlefront 2, but good enough for me. So, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and maybe I'll read them. And that just about sums it up. I'll see you guys eventually. Bye.